Hey guys, it's Bree. Today we're going to go ahead and get started in a child's pose. So when you're ready, bring your knees out nice and wide, big toes connect, lower hips to heels, and start to walk your hands out, lowering your chest down, lowering your forehead. Taking these first couple moments here on the mat to connect with your breath, bringing your awareness to the present moment. Begin to inhale and exhale through your nose. Working to draw your breath down into the lowest part of your diaphragm, filling your lungs. Noticing your ribs expand as you inhale. And gently contract as you exhale. Try to take this time here for yourself. Let go of your day. Let go of your worries, your anxieties. Just surrender it all here to your mat. With your next inhale, start to rise up onto all fours. We're going to find our table pose. Bring the knees in line with the hips. Soften your elbows. Stack your shoulders over your wrists. Good. With your next inhale, so just circle your hips around towards the right. Coming forward as you exhale. Good. Take this around a few times in this direction. Staying firmly grounded with your hands. And keep the eyes closed here if you like, keeping the focus inward. Good. Next time you come forward, go ahead and change your direction. Take it around the opposite way. Notice the sensations in your body as you move. Good. Let's take it around one more time in this direction. And then we'll meet back in our table pose. Good. Just realign everything if you need to. Engage your core. Pull your belly button in towards the spine. Take a nice deep inhale, drop your belly, lift your heart, cow pose. Exhale, round your spine, tuck your chin, press the earth away, cat. Good, flow with your breath here. Inhale, belly drops, heart lifts, tail lifts. Exhale, round your spine, tuck your chin, tuck your tail. Good, one more time, breathe in. And exhale, round. Coming back to your table pose, pulling everything in. Extend your right leg. Good. Keep your toes down on your mat. Press your heel away. Good. Coming forward, lift your toes. Take a nice deep inhale. Pull your heart forward, pointing through your foot. As you exhale, round your spine. Pull your knee in towards your chest. Good. Re-extend, lengthen, lift the leg a little bit higher. Exhale, round. Find that crunch. One more time. Big breath in. Pull your heart forward. Lift your foot. Exhale, round. Good. Re-extend your right leg. Flex your foot. Take your right leg out towards the side. Hold it to hover. Now lower your right foot down. Walk your hands out, melting your chest down towards the earth. Breathe in and breathe out. Walk your hands up Lifting into your gate pose, arms are wide. Breathe in. Drop your right hand towards your right leg. Lift your left arm over your head. Palm faces down. Good. Inhale, lift your arms high. Exhale, lower hands under the shoulders. Lift your right leg. Swing it all the way around. Cross it over the left. Lower the toes. Look over your left shoulder. Good. Find a nice long line from shoulder to heel, stretching the whole right side of the body. Good. Breathe into it. Bring your gaze down between your hands. Lift your right foot in line with your hips. Step forward, low lunge. Good. Adjust your knee as you need. Keep your arms, your hands down on the mat. One more breath. Start to lift up tall. Relax through your shoulders. Good. Slowly breathe here. Maybe sink a little bit deeper. Bring your hands down behind your low back. Interlace your hands. Draw your shoulders down. Heart opens. Look up. Slowly release your hands, lift them up high, inhale. As you exhale, frame your right foot. Start to straighten out your right leg. Send your hips back towards your heels, lift your right foot. Keep your spine nice and long, reaching through the crown of the head. Start to walk your hands forward. Plant your left hand, lift your right arm, twist. Good. Stacking shoulders here, pressing firmly into the earth with your left hand. If you want a little more, tuck your left toes, lift your knee. Good. Lower your right hand to frame your foot. As you're ready, take a nice deep inhale. Sweep your right leg high, three-legged dog. Point your toes. Bend your knees, scorpion pose. Stack your hips, lift your knee towards the sky, heel towards the bottom. Square your shoulders. Good. Start to re-extend your right leg, lower it down into your downward facing dog. Walk your heels out. Your spine is long, your head hangs heavy. Finding any movement that feels good here in your first downward dog. Good. Let's wave the spine forward, plank pose. Stack your shoulders over your rest. Press your heels back in space. Core is tight. Good. Now you can drop the knees here if you like, or keep them lifted. Good. Lower down. Chaturanga, elbows in towards the ribs. Inhale, lift your heart, cobra pose. Exhale, lower back down. Inhale, lift up. Hips to heels, child's pose. With your next breath, rise up onto all fours, table. Breathe and extend your left leg. Toes are down on the mat. Good. Shift your weight. Press your heel back. Find length through the back of your left leg. Good. Coming forward onto the toes. Lift your left foot. As you inhale, pull your heart forward. Lift your left leg a little higher. Point the toes. Exhale, round your spine. Knee to chest. Re-extend, big breath in. Exhale, round knee to chest. One more time, reach it. Heart forward. And exhale, round. Good. Stretch your left leg back. Bring it out to the side. Hold it up in a hover. And lower it down. Good. Start to walk your hands out. Melt your chest forward. Good, bringing your hands back in, lift your upper body, find your gate pose, bring your arms out wide to a T. Drop your left hand to your left thigh, reach your right hand overhead, palm is down. One more breath. Start to rise up tall, lifting your arms high. Exhale, lower your hands. Lift your left leg. Swing it all the way through and around towards the right. Lower the toes, look over your right shoulder. Good, feel the stretch from shoulder to heel. Through your ribs, your hip flexor. Slowly breathe. Now bring your gaze down to the mat. Lift your left foot. Bring it right out from the hip. Step forward, low lunge. Good. Adjust as you need. Keep your hands down on the mat for a moment here. Finding length in your spine. Next breath, arms lift high. Relax the shoulders. Good. Keep your left knee stacked over the ankle. Bring your hands down behind your back. Interlace your hands. Open your heart. Lean back. Open up here. Good. Think about pulling the shoulders away from the ears. Breathe in. And breathe out. Lift up. Arms high. Deep breath in. Exhale. Fold over. Frame your left leg, straighten it out, lift your toes. Spine is long, half split. Good. Start to feel the stretch through your left hamstring. Walk your hands forward. Plant your right hand, lift your left arm, twist. If you want a little more, tuck your right toes, lift your knee. Good. Sweep your left hand down, frame your left foot, take your left leg high, down dog split. Point your toes, reach it up, bend your knees, stack your hips, scorpion pose, square your shoulders. Re-extend your left leg, lower it down to meet your right in downward dog. Good, nice long spine. Inhale, lift your heels high. Exhale, bend your knees, draw your chest towards your thighs. Inhale, re-extend your legs, lower your heels a little bit closer to your mat. Wave your spine forward, plank pose. Keep the knees lifted or choose to lower them as we flow. Chaturanga. Inhale, lift your heart, cobra, maybe up dog, lift your knees. Exhale, downward facing dog. Waving your spine forward into plank pose, stack your shoulders over your wrists. Plant your left hand, drop your heels towards the left, lift your right hand, side plank. Breathe in. Breathe it out. Good, stacking shoulders here. One more breath. You can stagger the feet, stack the feet, or choose to lower the bottom leg. Good, so to rotate back into your plank pose. Take it to the other side. Right hand plants, heel drops towards the right. Lift your left hand. Good, lift your hips a little higher. Maybe try to stack your feet. Or if you need a little less, lower the right knee down. Breathe in. And breathe out. Back to plank. Very nice. Lift your hips high. Walk it out here if that still feels good for you. Maybe bend the knees, shifting the hips side to side. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, step it forward, warrior one. Plant your back heel. Lift your arms high. Drop the shoulders down. Press firmly into the outer edge of your left foot. Breathe in. Bring your elbows out from the shoulders. Lean back. Open your heart. Good. Lift your arms up to the sky. Lift your back heel. Step up, chair pose. Tuck your pelvis under. Lift your chest. Bring your hands together. Lower them to heart center. Take a nice deep inhale here. As you exhale, find a twist. Left elbow, right knee. Good. Pressing into the hands. Stay right here or open your arms up nice and wide. Good. If you want a little more, you can come into your side crow, lower hips to heels. Bring your hands down, shoulder width apart. Start to create a shelf with your triceps. Shifting your weight. Bring your gaze out in front. Good. Lifting your feet. Take a couple breaths wherever you are. And then make your way back down into your toe balance. Bring your hands to heart. So either meeting here or unwinding to here. As you're ready, keep your heels lifted. Start to straighten your legs. Lift your arms up. Bring your hands down wide. Fingertips reach towards the earth. Open your heart. Good. Lower your heels. Lift your arms. Exhale. Fold through the center line of your body, meeting in your forward fold. Take your feet hip width apart. Reach for opposite elbows. Gently sway side to side. Find that release through your low back. Good. Come back to center as you're ready. Take a nice deep inhale, palms to shins. Lengthen your spine. And exhale, fold. Inhale, lift up halfway, lengthen, flat back. Pausing here. Reach your arms out wide. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Jackknife, straighten your legs. Keep your core engaged. Slowly breathe in. And breathe out. Release, forward fold. Plant your palms, step or jump back, plank pose. Lower down, chaturanga. Lift your heart, cobra or up dog. Exhale, hips high to the sky, downward facing dog. Breathe in. And breathe out. Good. Wave your spine forward, plank pose. Shoulders over the wrists. Grip your hands firmly into the mat. Take a nice deep inhale. Drop your heels towards the left. Right hand lifts high. Good. Now pull your right knee in towards your chest. Plant your foot to the earth. Reach your right hand overhead. Palm is down. Big breath in. As you exhale, lower your hips. Bring your right hand back. Fingertips point behind you. Thumb is up. Inhale, lift up, lengthen, reach your hand overhead. Exhale, lower your hips, bring your hand out. One more time, breathe in, reach it up and over, lift your hips, and then exhale, lower. Good, coming back around, sweep everything down, step your right foot back into your plank pose, Vinyasa through. Good. Open your heart. Lift your hips high. 2 full breaths here. Stretch your left leg high as you're ready. Inhale, point your toes. Exhale, step forward, warrior 1. Lower your right heel, lift your arms. Breathe in. And breathe out. Draw your elbows down from the shoulders. Lean back. Lift your heart. Good, reach up tall, breathe, and as you exhale, step up, chair pose. Good, tuck your pelvis under. Draw your hands together, lower them to heart center. Take a nice big inhale here. As you exhale, find your twist, right elbow, left knee. Option, stay right here. Or open the arms wide, flowering the hands. If you want a little more, you want to fly, moving into your side crow. Lower your hips down towards your heels. Plant your palms shoulder width apart. Find a little space for yourself. And you'll start to create that shelf. So you're going to have your left elbow to your left hip, and your right elbow is at the knee. Good. Take a couple breaths wherever you are. And then start to make your way into your toe balance. Hands to heart center. Breathe in. And breathe out. Good. Slowly begin to straighten your legs. Keep your heels lifted. Lift your arms. Good. Hold it here. Lower your heels down. Keep your arms up overhead. Hinge side to side. Good. Come up tall. Bring hands down around behind your low back. Open your heart. Start to rise up and fold. Keep your hands interlaced. Draw your chest towards your thighs. Let your hands fall overhead if that feels okay on your neck and shoulders. Good. Let's release our hands to the low back and to the earth. Bring your feet hip width apart once more. Inhale, lift up halfway, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen your spine. And then move into that jackknife, palms face down, arms come out nice and wide. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Pull your belly button in. Building strength here. Straighten your legs. One more breath. Start to fold and release down. Plant your palms, step or jump back, plank pose. Good. Find your flow. Chaturanga. Lift your heart, cobra or up dog. Exhaling, downward facing dog. Lift your heels high to the sky. As you exhale, drop both of your heels over towards the right. Good. Reach them up. Inhaling. Exhale to the left. Come back to center. Lift your heels high. Wave your spine forward to plank pose. Round your right hand. Drop your heels towards the right. Lift your left arm. Side plank. Pull your left knee in towards the chest. Plant your foot in front of the body. Take a nice deep inhale. Reach your left hand overhead. As you exhale, drop the hips. Bring your left hand back behind you. Fingertips face away. Thumb is up. Inhale, reach up and over. Find length. Exhale, lower hips. Reach your hand back. Good, let's do that one more time here. Inhale. And then exhale, lower. Inhale, reach up. Lower your hands, step back, plank pose. Good. Lower all the way down to your belly. Bring your hands down by your hips, palms face the mat, gazing at a neutral place. With your next inhale, peel your chest, shoulders, head, hands, and feet away from your mat. Good, holding here. Breathing, see if you can lift maybe just a little bit higher. One more breath. Good, start to find that release, lower down. Bring your palms to stack on top of each other, making a pillow for your forehead. Relax your head down. Lift your feet. Drop your legs side to side. Like a windshield wiper. Good, coming back to center. Lower your feet. Plant your palms under your shoulders. Tuck your toes. Press yourself up to plank. Good, hips high. Downward dog. Breathe in, lift your right leg. Breathe out, knee to chest, plank crunch. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, right knee, right tricep. Good, re-extend, big breath in. Exhale, cross the body, right knee, left elbow. Good, reach your right leg high. As you exhale, step forward, crescent lunge. Reach your arms up. Find your breath. Beautiful. Staying here for one more cycle of breath. And start to shift your weight to your right leg, lifting up into your tree pose. Good. Lower your hands to heart center. So you can bring the sole of your left foot to the ankle, calf, or inner thigh. And then we're going to bring our hands behind our back. So you can reach for your elbows, your wrists, or working on your reverse namaste, bring your palms together behind your back. Good. Keep your chest lifted. Find your drishti, your place of focus. Start to disconnect your foot from your leg. Step back to pyramid pose. So you want about one leg length between your feet. Bring your hips in line, toes point forward, lower halfway down. Good. Keep your spine long, extending through the crown of your head. Take 2 more breaths here. Now begin to release your hands towards your right leg, folding your upper body closer, drawing your nose towards your knee, pyramid pose. Now bring your left hand to the inside of your right foot. Start to lift your right arm up, twist. Good. 2 more breaths. Lower your right hand so it comes out in front of your right foot, moving into balancing half moon. Start to lift your left leg, stack your left hip on top of your right, lift your left foot, flex the toes. Good, I kind of like the pinky toe to thumb alignment here. And then you'll lift your left arm. You can play with your gaze here. Be sure to keep a soft bend in your standing knee, protecting your joints. Good. 1 more breath wherever you are. And then start to lower your left hand and cross your left foot behind your right. Return your hands to center. Stretch your left leg high. Breathe and point your toes, standing split. Try to wrap your right hand around your right leg. Good. Release your hand back down if you have it lifted. Take a nice big step back into your runner's lunge. Lift your right arm, twist. Good. Now lower your right hand to the inside of your right foot. Lizard lunge. Shoulders over the wrist. Left heel is lifted. Start to lower your left knee down. And turn your right toes out. Bring your knee and ankle in one line as you rotate onto the outer edge of your right foot. Press your right hand into your right thigh. Drop your left hip down. Look over your right shoulder. If you want a little more, start to bend your left knee. Drawing your foot in. Reaching with it with your hand. Pull it in. And then kick it away. Good. Pull the heel in towards the bottom and then kick it out. One more time. Knee towards the bottom and then stretch it out. Kick your foot into your hand. So start to release. If you have the foot, or just sweep the hand around. Tuck the toes. Step back. Plank pose. Good. Lower down. Chaturanga. Lift your heart, cobra or up dog. Exhale, hips high, down dog. With your next inhale, stretch your left leg high. Exhale, knee to chest, plank crunch. Re-extend, big breath in. Exhale, left knee, left tricep. Good, reach it up, inhale. Exhale, cross the body towards your right elbow. Good. Inhale, stretch it high. Exhale, crescent lunge. Rise up. Good. Keep your left knee stacked over your ankle. Right heel is lifted, pulling up through your right kneecap. Relax through your shoulders. Breathe in to breathe out. Good. One more. Inhale, and as you exhale, tree pose. Shift your weight to your left leg. Bring your right foot to the inside, either to the ankle, the calf, or the inner thigh. Lower your hands down to your heart center. Find your stability, find your center. And bring your hands back behind you, either reaching for opposite elbows or finding your reverse namaste or just moving in this direction. Good. Lift your chest a little bit taller, reaching your crown of your head up towards the sky. Good. Feel your left foot grounded, firm and steady with a soft bend in the knee. Engage your core gently. Stay with your breath. Good. Now disconnect your right foot from the thigh. Step back to your pyramid pose. So you want both of your toes facing forward. Your hips are in one line here. Start to fold halfway down, keeping length in your spine. Good. Breathe in. And breathe it out. Release your hands down, folding over your left leg. Draw your nose towards your knee. Feel the length in the back of your left leg. Good. Bring your right hand down to the inside of your left foot. Lift your left arm high and twist. If you have a block at home, you can use a block here. Start to sweep your left hand down into your balancing half moon. Bring your thumb in line with your pinky toe. Start to stack your right hip on top of your left. Good. Flex your right toes. Lift your right arm. Breathe in. And breathe out. One more. Then we'll start to lower our right hand down. Cross your right leg behind your left. Bring your feet in a line as close as you can, as much as it's comfortable for you. Good. Fold. Walk your hands over towards the right. Come through center. Walk your hands over towards the left. Returning to center. Stretch your right leg high, standing split. Point your toes. Maybe try to wrap your left hand around the back of your left leg. Good. Start to release your hand back down if you have it lifted. Bend your left knee. Step your right foot all the way out into your runner's lunge. Plant your right hand. Lift your left arm. Twist. Sweep your left hand down to the inside of your left foot. Heel toe out some, creating space. Lizard lunge. Good. Breathe here. Keep a soft bend in your elbows. Gazing down at your mat. Lower your right knee. Untuck the toes. Turn your left toes out some. Start to roll onto the outer edge of the left side of your pinky toe. Good. Press your left hand into your thigh. Twist. Drop your right hip down some. Stay right here. If you want a little more, bend your knee. Reach back for your foot. Holding here. And then kick into your hand. Draw the heel in. Let's do that 2 more times. Stretch it up. Kick into the hand. Pull the foot in. Good. Reach it up. And pull it in. And slowly release if you have the foot. And sweep the arm around. Tuck the right toes. Lift the knees. Step back. Plank pose. Good. Shifting forward. Chaturanga. Cobra or up dog. Exhaling, down dog. Good. Lower to the hands and knees. Pull everything in. Take a nice deep inhale. Stretch your right arm high. As you exhale, thread the needle. Lower your right shoulder down the right side of your head. Keep your hips high. Maybe extend your left arm out, or you can keep it here under the shoulder or wrap it around for a bind. If you want a little bit more, start to extend your left leg. And then if you still want to go a bit deeper, you can lift your left leg up. Breathe in. And breathe out. Good. Lower your left leg down if you have it lifted. And then bend your knee, lowering it down if you had it extended. Bring your left hand under your left shoulder. Press yourself up. Counter twist. Exhale. Lower right hand to the mat. Good. Now switching sides. Left hand lifts. Big breath in. Exhale. Thread the needle. Lower to your left shoulder, left side of your head. And then we'll stay here. Hand for support. Lower down or stretch it out. Or maybe find your bind. Wrapping your right arm around towards your low back, your hip, or your inner thigh. And then stay right here or extend your right leg. Keep the toes down. Good. Decide where you want to take this. If you want a little more, we'll lift the toes. Breathe in and breathe out. Good. Lower the toes. Bend the knee, lower it down. If you had it lifted, press your right hand into the mat. Lift your left arm up. Good. Lower it back down. Tuck your toes. Sit back on your heels. Make sure that your pinky toes are tucked in. Good. And you can stay right here. If this is too intense, you can come forward onto the hands. If you want a little more, bring the hands behind the feet and lift your heart. One more breath here. We'll start to walk our hands forward into our table pose. Untuck the toes. Just give the feet a little tap. Good. Come up on to your knees. You can tuck the toes or you can keep the tops of the feet down. We're going to move into our camel pose. So we'll lift the arms up and then open the arms nice and wide. So really find a nice openness through the chest. Bring your hands to the low back. Draw your elbows together. Press your hips forward. Lean back. Open your heart. You can stay here if you want a little more. Bring your hands to your heels. And if it feels okay, drop your head. Slowly begin to lift your head. Rise all the way up. Good. Child's pose. Untuck the toes and lower down. Connect your palms overhead. Bend your elbows. Draw your thumbs to the nape of your neck. Start to lower your hands back down. And find your way onto your bottom. Good. We're going to stretch the legs out nice and wide. Draw your toes in. Flexing your feet. Sit up nice and tall. Good. Take a nice big inhale. Lift your arms up. And as you exhale, reach forward. Find length in your spine. Inhale. Lift up tall. As you exhale, fold over towards the left. Inhale, rise up to the center. Exhaling, fold between your legs. Keep your arms lifted, chest lifted. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold towards the right. Inhale, lift. Exhale to center. Inhale, lift. Exhale to the right, to the left. Good. One more time. Inhale, sit up tall. Exhale to the center. Coming over towards the right with your breath. Lift up and exhale. Good. Coming up here nice and tall. Bring your hands behind your hips. Bring your legs together. Bring your palms back behind you. And we'll move into our reverse plank. Start to lift your hips, lower your feet. Good. Keep a soft bend in your elbows. Gazing up towards the sky. One more breath here. Lower your hips all the way down. Lift your feet, lift your arms. Inhale. And then exhale, forward fold, finding length in your spine. Reach through the crown of the head. Draw your chest forward. Good. Now allow your spine to round. Let your head hang heavy. Breathe in and breathe out. Rolling yourself all the way back up. Bring your head up last. Good. Let's just roll the shoulders out here. Now, bring your left leg in on the bottom. Bend the knee, coming out towards the right hip. And then your right knee stacks on top of the left. Gomukhasana, legs sit up nice and tall. We're going to find our eagle arms. Take a nice deep inhale here. As you exhale, cross the left arm over the right, bend the elbows. Either release the hands to the shoulders or bring the palms together. Now, if this is a little too much for the hips, you can keep the bottom leg extended here. So, just do what feels right for your body. As you inhale, lift your elbows, lift your hands, take your gaze up. Now begin to lower your elbows, drop your hands, tuck your chin. Rise up. Release your arms, bring your hands behind your back. Lean into it. Uncross your legs, boat pose. Lift your feet. Come onto your sit bones. Lift your arms up. Relax your shoulders. Good. One more breath. Chest is lifted. And then we'll move into our Gomukhasana. You can try to do this without lowering all the way down first. Bring your right leg under your left. Good. Sit up a little bit taller. Breathe in, and again, if you want to extend that bottom leg, it's a nice option if it's a little intense on the hips. Inhale, arms wide. Exhale, right over the left. Release hands to shoulders or palms connect. Good. Really start to release all that stress and tension through the upper back, the shoulders, the neck. Lift your elbows, lift your hands, look up. And then start to lower your elbows down, let your hands fall forward. If you have them connected, tuck your chin. Lift your hands up, unwind your arms, hands behind the hips, lean back, open your chest, boat pose, sit up on your sit bones. Good. Keep the legs, shift around if you need to, keep the legs lifted. Bring your hands to your heart, twist to the right. Come back to center, twist to the left. Back to center. Go ahead, lower your feet. Let's roll down onto our backs. One vertebrae at a time. Take a nice full body stretch. Once you arrive, reach your hands overhead, point your feet, inhale. And then exhale, draw your knees in towards your chest. Find a nice rock side to side. Good, we're going to do one more core exercise before we cool down a little bit more. Lower your feet. Lift your chest, lift your shoulders away from the mat. Bring your hands on either side of the body. We're going to tap the ankles, moving side to side. Working our obliques. Stay with your breath. See if you can go a little bit faster. Good, you got it. Let's go 10, 8, 6, 4, 2, last one. Good, reach your hands back over. One more full body stretch. Reach everything out nice and long. Inhale. And exhale, let it all go. Good. Bring your hands down by your hips. Walk your feet in, heels a little bit closer towards the bottom. Stretch your right leg high, point your toes, cross your right ankle over your left thigh. Bring it in, interlace your hands around your left leg. Lift your left foot. You can keep it lowered too if this is a little much. Tuck your chin, ground your shoulders. Take a few more breaths. If you have your left foot lifted, go ahead and lower it down, keeping the right ankle on top of the thigh. Press your hands down into the mat. Lift your hips. Good. So just stretch your right leg up, point your toes. Hips are still lifted here. And then we're going to lower the right foot halfway. Lift it up. Lower it down halfway. Lift it up. One more time, lower it down and lift. Good. Cross it back on top of the left thigh. Lower hips to heels. Let your right leg stack on top of your left. Bring your arms out wide. Lower your knees towards the left. Bring your gaze towards the right. Finding a nice rotation through your entire spinal column. Good. Slowly unwind, lift the knees to center, coming onto your spine, uncross your legs. Walk your heels in a little bit closer, lift your left leg, point your toes, cross your left ankle over your right thigh, figure four. Stay right here. If you want more, lift your right foot, interlace your hands behind your right thigh. Draw your legs in, flex your left toes. Tuck your chin to lengthen your cervical spine. Now releasing your right leg. Foot lowers to the mat. Bring your hands down beside your hips. Press into your right foot. Lift your hips up. Now start to extend your left leg high to the sky. Point your toes. Take a nice deep inhale. As you exhale, lower your left knee in line with your right. Lift it up. Good. Two more. Lower down. And lift. Your leg is nice and straight. Your toe is pointed. Halfway lower. And lift. Good. Cross your left ankle back on top of your right thigh with your hips lifted. Now roll it down. Good. Cross your left knee on top of your right. Bring your arms out wider. Find that goalpost position. And then allow your knees to fall over towards the right. Gazing towards the left. Good. Wringing out your body. Working to let go of anything that no longer serves you. Leaving all the stress behind. Knowing in this moment you are okay, you are well, you are safe. As you're ready, unwind. Good. Uncross the legs. Bring the hands down. We're going to lift our feet up. Just allowing the blood flow to reverse. Stay right here with your legs lifted, or you can start to roll up into shoulder stand. Lift your hips. Bring your hands to your low back. Be mindful not to move your head side to side once you go up. Take a couple breaths here. And then we'll start to drop our feet overhead into plow pose. Remember to breathe. And then whenever you're ready, when you feel like this pose is complete, take your time to roll all the way down to your spine. And bring the soles of your feet together, your knees out nice and wide. Bring your arms up over your head, bend your elbows, create a box over the head. Breathe in and breathe out. Start to let yourself relax a little more, settle in. And we can stay here. We'll start to move into our final resting pose. Relaxing the arms down, palms up. You can keep the knees nice and wide with the feet together if that feels good for you. If you have any low back pain or tension, take your feet as wide as the mat. Let your legs fall together. Or we'll start to extend the legs out. Let your toes fall open. Take these last few moments to just be. There's nowhere you need to be. There's nowhere you need to go except right here, right now. Let your body become heavy, melting down. Soften your face, your neck and shoulders.